May 28th, 2025, Bard Finnemore here. I was going to go film this at High Park at the Grandier Pond, but I was talking about transparent outdoor public bathrooms in Japan. Well, look what Toronto's done. And this again is just on Lakeshore Boulevard, just before that Lakeshore Boulevard Boardwalk Trail. But here's the kicker: to get in here and, fill up the pool and let the kids out to swim, look what you got to do. And if you don't believe me, look behind me. You have to pay 25 cents. I don't think that's right. I think you should be able to go for free, because it's so hard in this city to find a place to fill up the pool and let the kids out to swim. All right, so now we're talking about urinals. Wow. Talking about filling up the pool, I'm actually being a little bit rained upon here myself. So urinals, all right, so you have to use them. No one really likes them, and they should be white, but can you imagine being the kind of person that would complain about the condition of the urinal? I mean, excuse me, I just got out of your public bathroom and I have to say it's not up to par, it's not up to standard. In an ideal world, if I was working, I would just say, you can always clean it yourself. You might go, well, or she, or whoever might say, I would like to speak to your manager, your supervisor right this instant. Okay, in an ideal world, the manager, supervisor would come out and go, you know what? I've been thinking about this, and here's what I'm going to do to fix this problem. Sir, ma'am, whoever, I'm going to ban you for life from this establishment. Yes. So, you're in line at the urinal. Because sometimes you have to wait in line, right? There's no eye contact. Everyone's looking like they're in pain or they're in some kind of, personal state of turmoil. Lots of shifting and tapping and, because you're just waiting to use the urinal. What are you going to say to someone? Hey, wow, I really have to go bad. How about you? I haven't had to go this bad since, 2021. Excuse me, do you mind if I really have to go bad. Do you mind if you and I change places? So there's no, conversation. You're just watching the people in front of you go at the urinal, and it's quite interesting. I've seen some people look like they're panhandling for gold. I've seen some people do some kind of like exotic dance at the end. Some people look like they're having a seizure. So, and it's also fun to watch the position of the human in relation to the urinal. Some people are up right close to the urinal. They're like, no one's gonna see the kind of hose I'm using. This is a secret. Okay. Some people are standing back and they're just like, hey, check out my hose. This hose has great flow. You should get one like mine. Personally, for me, I like to stand back. And why? Well, as anyone can tell you that's ever used a urinal, there's no worse feeling than something that I call blowback, right? It's okay if it goes on your pants or your shirt, but when it goes above the collar line, look out. Oh, if it hits your face or even your lips, there's no worse feeling than that. So another thing I do, I'm always looking for the urinal for people who are smaller, because that one's always down a couple feet from the regular urinal. And why do you ask? Why am I looking for that urinal for people who are smaller? It's because simply, I don't even have to wait for the automatic flush. And that's another strategy of mine. When I'm in line, I kind of limp over, like I try to make myself look like I have an ankle injury, because I'm just going slowly, because I'm waiting for that automatic flush to kick in at the regular urinal. But at the urinal for people who are smaller, I don't even care if that automatic flush kicks in, because I know the blowback, it's got a lot higher up to go to hit above the collar line, right? I'm 6 feet, so good luck getting my face or my lips at that one. So there you are, you're waiting in line, right? And then it's your turn. So when it's my turn, a thought always occurs to me that my younger brother had. He had this great business idea that incorporated urinal and sports. So can you imagine? Now this would take a lot of organization, but if you get, you know, that little thing that's in the center of the urinal, sometimes it's pink, sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's green, but you're kind of, when you're filling up the pool, you're kind of shooting for it. So if you take that little deodorizer slash, I guess it's something to reduce the PSI of the hose, right? So it doesn't come up and get you that backsplash. But if you take those and you get every sports team's logo embedded on it, right? And I'm talking about all sports. You could hit basketball, soccer, hockey, lacrosse, baseball, you name it. Sky's the limit. And you get those little deodorizers with every sports logo on it, and you put them in there, in the urinal. Now, recently, so this is perfect for the season. I guess what just happened, this is 24-25 NHL season. Toronto was eliminated by Florida after being up 2-0, and they should have won game 3. Okay, I won't say anything more than that, but it's too bad Toronto didn't make it to the Final Four. But hey, this is what it's like being a Leafs fan, right? So can you imagine when Florida's in town playing against the Maple Leafs? If every sports club and licensed restaurant, sports bar in Toronto, or I guess Canada, right? We could go international, Canada, the States, all over. Any bar or restaurant, sports pub that, you know, that has people come in watching sports, you could pitch this idea to them. So can you imagine during the Toronto-Florida series, if all the urinals in Canada had the Florida Panthers logo deodorizer, that little thing that you put in the middle of the urinal, and that was there? I mean, can you imagine the increase in sales for the bars and all the restaurants? Wow. Be like, Frank, whoa, you better slow down, man. I mean, that's your third pitcher. Yeah, well, I really want to go fill up the pool a lot tonight. Be like, okay, well, Frank, seriously, pace yourself, because it looks like your team's not playing well.